So somebody asked me if I cook at home, and I guess because I film a lot of our family meals when we go out to eat at restaurants, that's a pretty valid question. I don't like to cook. It's not my favorite thing to do. My kitchen, I don't like it. I just don't like to be in the kitchen. Didn't grow up cooking. Yeah, I was raised by my dad, who did not cook at home. We were always at my grandparents' or my aunt's house or out at a restaurant, or we had a nanny that cooked for us at home. So yeah, long story short, I'm not a fan of cooking. I didn't just, I don't know, I just don't like it. But when I have to, I will, which is not every night. Well, during the weeknights it is. This is onion. Okay, so I only cook when I have to. Tonight I'm going to make cabbage soup because it's New Year, and also because it's healthy, and we have to majorly detox this week since this weekend we kind of went nutty. I know I did. Yeah, I did. So just to kind of wrangle everything back in, we're going to be really good for the entire week and get back into the gym and everything. So cabbage soup this week. I only cook if I absolutely have to, which is Monday through Thursday night. And then Friday night we typically eat out. Saturday I'll make like breakfast and lunch, or we'll go out and have brunch somewhere, like at El Tiempo. We like that place for brunch. Or Cyclone Anaya's, or, okay, go get it. Okay, or I'll make lunch here, like sandwiches, stuff like that. And then we always have dinner out Saturday and Sunday. So, I mean, I do cook. I don't like to cook. I can make salads, like, really well. And I can make soup really well. But I never learned how to cook, like, actual food. I mean, I can... Geez, Harper. I can do easy recipes. This is why I don't like to get in the kitchen, because then everything gets played with. I can do really easy recipes if it's super easy to follow. It doesn't take too long. If it does, my patience gets really, really tested, and then I just lose interest very quickly. I'm not a fan of cooking. It's not therapeutic to me. It's like out of necessity. I know, my mom likes to cook. She thinks it's soothing. My sister likes to bake. She thinks it's like therapy. I just am not. I don't know. I've never dreamed of a huge kitchen. I'm one of those that I would rather have a very nice large closet and a small kitchen. It's just not my, thing. But I guess, everybody's different. So here's the beginning of my soup. And we keep going. Oh my goodness. So kids got off to school. I'm at Starbucks now. It is so quiet in my car. Do you hear that? Like, the window's open, but there's no noise. I've had kids for 2 weeks. It's been so loud and noisy. It's crazy. So yeah. I woke up with a sore throat the other morning, and I haven't had it since, but now I've got all these itchy little bumps all over me, and it's driving me insane, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a virus of some sort. Lord, what did I catch? Hey, y'all. So, it's been, today's Friday. It's been 5 days since I have vlogged last. Well, I lie. I vlogged 2 mornings in a row, and then I haven't picked up the camera since. Long story short, I have hand-foot-mouth disease, which is not fun at all, and I feel horrible that this is what my kids went through. About, I don't know, was that before Christmas? See, my memory's even short-term memory crazy. Around Christmas time, when they were sick, they had hand-foot-mouth. I had to take, I had to go to the doctor with them and everything. I don't think I actually ever said that on camera. Y'all knew that they were ill with a really bad rash. Well, I started getting what I thought were hives all over my body, only they weren't behaving like hives. They were, they're sores. I don't even think you can see, yeah, you can see them, I think. Anyhow, so I have them in my nose and inside my mouth. Excuse me. And then Abel had fever for like 4 days there, but no other symptoms, and now he's got a rash all over and his throat is really red. I took him to the doctor yesterday, and the doctor isn't sure but is pretty sure that he's getting over roseola virus and a touch of strep throat. It's crazy, the sickness that we've gone through the past month. I feel like ever since we got sick with that horrible stomach virus in about October, that was the last time I took him into the doctor's office, was October. Ever since that nasty frickin' virus that we had, that all of us had, it went through like every single one of us. My husband got it last. I spent 12 hours in the bathroom just vomiting in the toilet. And my kids just, I mean, everybody went through it. It was a good 12 hours worth of vomiting and then 3 days of just ick. And then after that, I stopped eating cheese and milk products after that, because every time I would pull out a piece of cheese and give it to my daughter, loves cheese, and give it to her, it would gross me out so much. It just really screwed up my eating habits. And it's just been so odd since then. For a little while, we were on probiotics because we couldn't get that healthy feeling back, you know? Like, we would eat, my husband and I would eat, and we'd feel miserable afterwards. And it was like both of us, and it was just like we weren't enjoying food or anything. Up until about November. And then since then, it's been every virus that you can think of my kids have had, and it's driving me nuts. And I knew John Abel's first year in kindergarten. Anytime you have a new child in kindergarten for the first time, or just when they're, you know, in school for the first time, away from you for the first time, you get pretty sick. And I've heard that from everybody, all my friends, my sister. You know, everybody tells me, well, he's going to be sick a lot that first year because he's just been exposed to different things, excuse me. And it's so true, and I feel like he brings them home, and then, you know, Harper gets it. And then because I'm pretty hands-on as a mother, so, you know, if Harper's sick, she's on me. I'm carrying her 24/7. You know, she sleeps practically on my chest at night. So they're breathing on me, they're coughing on me, they're sneezing on me. You know, I've been thrown up on. I mean, literally all of the stuff. You know, I'm not the kind that will just be like, here's a trash can, throw up in that. Oh, you're gonna be okay. That's okay. You know, that's okay. No, I'm pretty like let me hold you while you're barfing in the toilet so that it, you know, helps you feel better. I don't know. I've always just, my dad was kind of like that. So I don't have a problem being in the ickiness. My husband has a problem being in the ickiness. He will run the other direction. And when the kids are sick, they better not cough on him, because if you cough on him or he gets a booger on him, he flips out. He's like the biggest neat freak, germaphobe. So, you know, I mean, when my kids are sick, they're all over me, and their boogers are all over me. And aside from hand washing, you know, as much as you possibly can, it's kind of inevitable that you're going to get those germs at some point, because they're coughing in your face and sneezing in your face, and you're cleaning up bodily fluids and stuff like that. So anyway, I pretty much get whatever they have. Did not think I was going to get this, because typically adults don't get some of these viruses because they've had them before. I don't think I've ever had this. So anyway, I had these hive things in my hands. They're in my nose. They're inside my mouth. I had one on my eye. They're all over my feet. My feet feel like I'm walking on pins and needles. They're all over my legs. They are festering in my knees and my elbows and my hands and the folds of my fingers, and they are so painful. My hand, I can't even bend my wrist because it hurts so badly. And it's just so painful, and the fever has been bad. So I went to the doctor, and my doctor says, okay, you've got this virus. There's really nothing we can do. It's got to run its course, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he gives me a cream to like put on the sores, and he's like, don't rub it all over your body because it's really potent. Just put it on the sore as needed 3 times a day. And so that, you know, it helps a little bit. But then he gave me these pills, and he says, well, take this, stop taking your daily antihistamine, and take this every 6 to 8 hours. It's going to make you sleepy, but it's going to help the itch, because the itch is so bad that it wakes me up at night, and then all day long, and I'm rubbing, like my hands, I'm rubbing them together in order to itch, or I'm rubbing my knees because I don't want to scratch because I'll break them, and I don't want blisters and scars on my knees or anything. So I'm like literally like rubbing my hands on things to scratch the itch, or my feet on like a towel to scratch the itch. It's so bad. At night I would wake up feeling like my hands are on fire and I just have to scratch it. It feels like a million ant bites. So this medication he put me on is a very strong antihistamine. It's like Benadryl, but he said even stronger than Benadryl. And he says, well, it's gonna knock you out. Let me just tell you, I took that thing once my husband got home from work because I knew that it was gonna knock me out because I'd been warned. And about an hour after my husband got home, I could barely speak. Like, to form words, it was like it was shocking. The feeling of not being able to communicate was so, I mean, I was walking like a zombie and just like, I mean, at the point of drooling because I was just not functional. So I went and laid down, knocked out, went to sleep. I have no clue how I mean, I know my husband obviously, but my kids got to sleep, or Harper even, or any of them not with me. And I've been asleep since noon and it's 3 now. And I still feel like I have this haze over me. It's so crazy. These pills are no joke. I don't know if I can take them anymore, but the upside of that is I have not itched at all since I took the pill last night. I mean, I have not had the urge to scratch, which is awesome because this was the most painful thing I've been through. It's just, oh, it's horrible. And the only thing that bothers me are the ones in my mouth and the ones in my nose because I can feel them. And I don't know if you can even see them. They're little pustules like in my nose. And then the ones on my hands, do you see? Like right there, there's there's 2. And then there's one right there. You can see the red. This one had them even worse, but it's kind of helped them. There's one in there that I scratched too much. They're just horrible. It's been like the worst experience having this virus. So anyway, I'm gonna get the kids. Granite guy's coming over because we're finally going to replace the countertop in the guest bathroom. The ugly yellow one that I hate is getting replaced by some gray granite. So I'm excited. It's gonna look nice because I feel like when people are over, that's what they look at. And that sink is just nasty. It's a god-awful color, and it's got a yellow ring around the faucet, and there's nothing I could do about it. I've bleached it. I've taken razor blades and tried to scratch it off, and it just does not come off. And the color is like, I don't know why anybody would choose this. It's yellow, like yellow granite that has a pink and a blue ribbon that runs through it. Like, it doesn't even, there's no rhyme to that reasoning. Yellow with pink and blue ribbons that run like through it's ugly. It's so ugly.